Now this might actually be your starting point to current initiatives, because you can write all of that information, which is quite a considerable amount, over 1500, over 1600 words, and you might get to this section and think, well actually I can't find any initiatives that back up my work. So you might actually start to think about which target group you're going to identify by looking at some existing initiatives. Now some of these might already be taking place in your club. So I'd need you in this section to describe the two initiatives, which I think the author of the essay previously did quite well. But then they neglected to do the last 2 points. Didn't indication of success using information published by delivery organisation. So did they set SMART objectives at the beginning of the projects, and did they meet those SMART objectives? How did they measure the success of those objectives? Was it qualitative or was it quantitative? So was it about how many they got, or was it the reasons or the more personable approach of understanding the value of taking part in sport from the participants? This can be done, or you can identify these current initiatives by following as many community trust departments online as you can. Now, I'm just going to take you through a couple of examples here. I follow as many community trust departments as I possibly can on Twitter. And here are just some examples of initiatives that I found sat at my laptop in preparation for this essay. So you've got at Wigan Athletic there, you've got a couple of Crystal Palace projects there. You've got Derby County, women and girls, clubber-size. Well, you've got to ask why, looking at that one, clubber-size, and look at the marketing. Why is it marketed in that way? Why is it a free session? Do they possibly think, the Derby County think that paying for a session is a barrier for getting that target group involved in sport? And then we've got Crystal Palace in the bottom right hand corner there. We've got a couple more here, Cardiff City. So if you're looking to do disability and football, well, Cardiff City are looking at the mental health initiative linked in with the Aviva Community Fund. So that might be a project that you use and as one of your current initiatives. Another initiative for disabled people in football, Blackburn Rovers. Thursday night is Sliding Doors Night, our safe and friendly social event for adults with disabilities and those that may feel isolated. Well, again, in that very sentence, it's highlighting that it's a safe, friendly social event. Well, is that because players who are disabled people who don't take part in events or feel more isolated because they don't feel confident or don't have the necessary levels of self-esteem to be able to go in and join social events? So the mere wording is lending itself to some of the reasons maybe why that target group isn't getting involved in sport. And Blackburn Rovers are using their crest as a vehicle to support the engagement of that target group. Another excellent scheme is Wear the Same Shirt project. And this is done by Wrexham Disability FC, whereby again it's targeting predominantly males who suffer from mental illnesses. And then again it's using the power of the badge to bring this target group together to talk about certain issues. So hopefully there's a few good examples of current initiatives that I've just, like I said, I spent half an hour looking for a few this morning, and those are just a few that I've found. You may find many, many more, and as mentioned, you may be running similar projects within your club that you'll be able to get a lot more data from. So the important thing about using current initiatives is that you can access the data required to demonstrate what it is they're looking to achieve. What were the targets initially? Did they meet those objectives? What were the critical success factors? And then how did they evaluate their initiative? Was it quantitative, qualitative, and what methods of evaluation did they use? Now, for further information on current initiatives to use, feel free to follow me on Twitter, because any initiatives that I see, I always like, so that I can then go back and I can refer to a list of current initiatives that I can share with different groups. So feel free to follow me on Twitter at ProbertJ, and you'll be able to just go into my homepage, look at all the pages that I've liked, and then scroll through, and you should be able to find some initiatives that will support you with your that may support you with your essay.